Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit, and it is for the Pastgen TV Championship. Introducing first the challenger. He hails from Boston, Massachusetts, and weighs in tonight at 241 pounds, Perry Saturn.
Well, Perry Saturn, one of the greatest all-round fighters in the history of the business, can execute those high-flying moves. Phenomenal submission wrestler, and of course can execute those devastating suplexes. Perry Saturn hoping for greatness here tonight.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, hailing from Chicago, Illinois, he weighs in tonight at 218 pounds, and he is the current reigning and defending Pastgen Television Champion, CM Punk.
Well, CM Punk making a phenomenal debut on the channel just a few nights ago. Voted on by the fans as the man they'd like to see challenge for that belt. And he didn't disappoint, defeating the former champion Vampiro, walking away as the new Pastgen Television Champion. CM Punk scheduled for his first title defense here tonight, and he couldn't have picked a more dangerous opponent. Perry Saturn, a man that maybe didn't live up to his full potential in the prime of his career, but one of the greatest to ever lace up a pair of boots, one of the most underrated performers of all time. He could just be the man to make CM Punk the shortest reigning champion in history. Punk's going to have to be at the top of his game here. He's going to have to be very wary against a man that can do damage like Perry Saturn can, as the two men locking up now. Look at Saturn with a power advantage. Perry Saturn waiting for this opportunity for many, many years. He's certainly making the most of it in the early going here. Right hands to the face of CM Punk. Perry Saturn, look at this. The rings of Saturn. My God, we could have a quick victory bell, but
rope break.
Well, Punk's feet too close to the ropes, and I don't think that was experience on the part of Punk. I think that was accidental. My God, I thought Perry Saturn was going to finish Punk off, and he could well have done. If it had just been an inch further away from the ropes, we could have had a new champion there, but nonetheless, the fight going on here. Perry Saturn looks to be gaining control here as, my God, sends Punk off the ropes, and a nice reversal by CM Punk, catching him with that big knee to the face. And now Punk applying a submission maneuver of his own. The smart thing to do, he needs to slow the pace down, does Punk, because the way it was going, Perry Saturn was looking very, very dominant and could have been well on his way to gaining that championship. CM Punk needs more of a deliberate pace here. I think it'd suit him better here, but look at Saturn firing back with those strikes. Saturn now rigging the arm, big kick to the face. As Perry Saturn really looking impressive here, and now looking to fly, going to the top rope. Comes off with a beautiful double axe handle. Punk goes down on the canvas. And now Saturn with the leg tucked, the shoulders down, but just a count or two there on that occasion. I'll tell you what, Punk has been really... Oh, I've been disappointed in his performance, and look at this, a quick roll up by Saturn now, trying to sneak the victory, and another 2 count. Punk really struggling against this man, and maybe that could be the move to turn it around. Couple of drop kicks to the knee. Saturn finally dropping down, and finally Punk taking him down to the canvas. Punk really struggling here, and now applying another submission maneuver, modified version of the crossface chicken wing. And maybe just trying to buy himself a little bit of time to regroup and re-strategize here, because it has not been going well for the native of Chicago, Illinois. Perry Saturn causing him all kinds of problems here. Maybe Punk can turn it around now. Sends Saturn for the ride, tries the clothesline. Saturn ducks, goes from behind. Beautiful baddie to back suplex. Punk dropped right in his head with that one. And now Saturn going up top again, looking to hit a big move. Tries the missile drop kick. Punk having the wherewithal there to get out of the way, and another knee to the head by Punk. Saturn had a dream start here. Maybe Punk just trying to creep back into this match here. Finally finding his feet. And that first title defense can be possibly the most tricky. As now Punk with the lateral press, the shoulders down, but a long way away from putting Perry Saturn away. Counter 2 there on that occasion. As now Punk trying to strike with Perry Saturn, but Saturn blocking, throwing one back, elbow to the head, couple of elbows, and now Punk dropping down again. Perry Saturn incredibly impressive in this match, as now he has Punk in the corner stomping him. And this could very well be the shortest title reign we've ever had on the channel. Punk less than a week ago, gaining that belt for the first time. As now Saturn, what's he going for here? Picks him up and drops him guts first, right across that top rope. And now Saturn wasting no time, sensing the end may be near here, looking for one big move to perhaps finish this match off and gain that championship. Nails the missile dropkick this time. Not a perfect connection there, but it was good enough to take Punk off his feet. And the fight goes on here as Saturn, with the Irish whip, sending Punk for the ride and a big super kick to the face. Perry Saturn very impressive here, maybe trying to finish the match off there, but Punk managing to slip out, takes him down with a snapmare. CM Punk needs to improve here because really not been going his way in this contest. Tries to brawl with Saturn again, it's not going well. Saturn striking back this time, Punk blocking. Left hand, tries the right hand. Saturn, he's blocking every shot that Punk throws at him. He needs to go down a different avenue. Brawling is not going to work against this man, as Saturn now tries the waistlock. Punk managing to fight out. Finally grabs hold of him. Oh, and look at that headbutts to the face by Punk. Well, a move that seemed to work for Punk once. And look, what's Punk doing? My God, a moonsault off the top. Pulling out Holder Stop series. A little bit of desperation on the part of CM Punk, but that risk paid off. And now more headbutts to the face of Perry Saturn. Stepping it up a gear, CM Punk. He really had to. And it seems to have been working. Maybe Punk was saying he was going to finish the match there, but Perry Saturn getting to his feet. Tries launching an attack. A big move by Punk. Dropping him guts first into the canvas. And now CM Punk maybe going to try to go to sleep, but look at Saturn turning it around. Can he hit that Death Valley driver? Well, he's not going for it now. Look at this. The two underhooks. Picks him up and a beautiful... What a devastating Tiger Bomb. Dropping Punk right on his head to cover the shoulders down. And we very nearly had a new champion there. Punk maybe on Dream Street, drop right in his head from that Tiger Bomb. And Perry Saturn capitalise here and achieve greatness on the channel. Tries charging him with the clothesline. Punk sticking the elbow up, and now Punk picks him up. The go to sleep. Punk nailing the GTS out of nowhere. It looked like Saturn was in control, but Punk pulling that move out of nowhere. And CM Punk still your Pastgen Television Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and still the Pastgen Television Champion, CM Punk.
Well, it was not a flawless performance. Perry Saturn on many occasions looked like he may have been the man to defeat CM Punk on his first title defence. It may not have been pretty, it may not have been beautiful, but in the end Punk did what it took, managing to hit the goal to sleep, and that is why he is still your Pastgen Television Champion. If you want some great created wrestlers in your game, but without going through the lengthy process of creating them yourself, well, I can help you out with that. If you play on PS2 or PS2 emulator, I can create just for you a custom save data file and preload it with up to 30 created wrestlers that you have chosen. If you're interested, send me an email at pastgengamingemail@gmail.com. My email is linked on the main channel page, and I can also do this for the PSP, but on PSP I can only do save files for the European version of the game.